It's a many given Sunday magic.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that would officially a loss of 1.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
These Rams and Niners met 3 times a season ago. The Niners had the Rams number in the regular season, winning 31-10 in Santa Clara. And then again 27-24 in overtime in the season's final week. But the Rams got the last laugh in the NFC Championship game with that 20-17 victory. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Stafford on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Samson Abuka in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick,
Look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Lance now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Play action. Now it's Lance. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Lance looking to throw it. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
17 yards. That's good. Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Rams 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore. The Rams at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here. The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And the deliver there is that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up for the 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Rams have retaken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Lance. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Lance. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. After the interception, here's Stafford. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. To throw is Stafford. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
But sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Throwing again is Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. 4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Short pass tip, but caught anyway. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lance again. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. 2nd down, here's Davis Price.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw, it's Lance.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll keep it on the ground again here.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break.
As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Throwing now is Lance. Completes it to Samuel.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Off of play action, here's Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Stafford. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Here's Riley Dixon now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Touchdown! Elijah Mitchell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Gold with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Niners 14, Rams 13.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, LA! Cam Akers, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
The Rams will run it up for the two-point conversion.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for two. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
They'll give this to Davis Price running right. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Lance finding Debo there for the Niner first.
It's a gain of 10. First down, San Francisco.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, Lance. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Troy Hill picks it, and the Rams will take over here
just shy of the 30.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st, as he can only get this to the 30. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Here comes Cohen. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Lance now on 1st down.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime without deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
So the LA Rams with a victory here. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for L.A., it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year.